All right, this is day 2 of the Arise Solo Leveling Challenge. Today's exercises are jump squats, 4 sets, reps of 12, push-ups, 4 sets, reps of 10, planks, 3 times, 40 seconds each, and then bodyweight squats, 3 times, 15 reps each. Here we go. I'm going to start with the jump squats. Those are pretty easy. You go down to a squat, and you jump, and then you land, and you squat, and you jump. Looks kind of like this. Make sure I've got room. I'm a little sweaty already because I went outside for a walk and it's really hot. So you squat, jump, squat, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we got 10 reps of push-ups, and since I was struggling with those yesterday, I'm just going to go ahead and start in the need version. That way I can get through all 40 that are required for today. All right, here we go. Make sure my watch is slid up a bit. I don't want it stabbing into my wrist as my wrists are bent. Again, I'm going to be doing the more military push-up style with my elbows locked into my sides. Don't know why. I like them better. I know they're technically harder, but I don't know. They just feel better to me. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 of those. Go ahead and mark them off. I'm gonna stay down here because plank's next. All right, now we got a 40-second plank. Put that here in my watch. So we're going up by 5 seconds from yesterday. I was struggling with the 35, but it's calling for 40, so we're gonna try it, see what happens. All right, here we go. Second plank. There it is. All right. Definitely shaking on that one. I can feel some stuff here from yesterday. But that one's done. All right. Now I've got 15 reps of body weight squat. The picture that it was showing for this one was to have, excuse me, your hands out while you do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So instead of having your hands in like this, which is what I did for the jump squats, is to have your arms out. So I take a little breather from the plank. Breathe in deep. All right, here we go. 15 reps, bodyweight squats. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There it is. 15 reps. Now move on to round 2. I have to take a breather. Need to get some water. Doing squats after a 30-minute walk and doing squats yesterday. I'm definitely feeling it in my legs. Breathe in deep. Think about relaxing the heart rate a little bit. It helps. Put your hands on your head. I like to do the hips occasionally, swaying back and forth just to keep weight shifting between the two legs. All right, back up at the top. 12 reps jump squat. Here we go. This one I'm gonna, again, keep my hands here so I can use it to push when I jump. All right, 12 of these suckers. Also, real quick, when you land, try to land on the balls of your feet. Don't slam down on your heel. That's no bueno. All right, here we go. 12 jump squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, that's 12. Set 2. Now we go down to push-ups. Just yawning from long day again. Not much sleep. That's one of the things this is supposed to help with. The more you exercise, the better sleep you're supposed to get. So hopefully tonight, just pass right out. Take a little breather since this is only day 2. Again, I don't want to over push myself to where I can't continue on. The point of this is create a lifestyle change. I don't want to just do this for 90 days and call it quits. No, I want to maintain it. All right, 10 push-ups on my knees because push-ups are my weak spot. All right, so I got all this weighing me down. It's like having a small child on your back when you're trying to do them. And I would know that because I have a small child. All right. 10 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Man, these are hard. 7, 8. I want to keep consistent form. 9. 10. All right, that was a little rough, and I've got 2 more sets of those, but it's okay. Take them slow, take pause points. You're not racing anybody. All right, 40-second plank. Here we go, setting up my watch. All right, here we go. I was losing it there at the end. Whew. Well, we got it. All 40 seconds. All right, definitely feeling it. Okay, that's 2 out of the 3 planks done. That's good. Now, move back into the bodyweight squats. 15 of those. First, take a little breather. I definitely need one. Get a sip of water. All right, that's enough of a break, right? Okay, 12 more jump squats. Here we go. Feet shoulder width apart. Start by going down and then jump up. Beat that 12 times. 2 more sets. This is set 3. Whew. Really sweating here. Okay. 12 reps. Here we go. We can do this. We can do this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Felt that one in my knee here a little bit. Mark that down. All right. One thing I'm doing is also for the jump part, if you've noticed, excuse me again, I'm not jumping very high, just enough to get my feet off the ground, and then I come back down. You can definitely make this harder if you want. Really launch yourself up in the air as high as you can go. Make sure you're landing softly on the balls of your feet and not slamming down every time, because that will damage you. All right. Let's see, can I do 10 more push-ups for set 3? Stretch my arms out a little bit more. Like I said, push-ups are really my weakness. And probably pull-ups too. All right, here we go. 10 more push-ups. I'm gonna try to do them a little quickly. Not like, but faster than, the slow pace I was going. Just to see, or just not to see, but to get more reps in a little quicker. There are 2 modes. Oh, there's a spectrum of modes, but you can go slow, really work on it, and then you can go fast, work on your more explosive muscles. They are surprisingly 2 different things. One's more for speed, one's more for stamina. All right, here we go, 10 more push-ups. I'm gonna go back on my heels real quick. Take some deep breaths. Stretch out a little bit before launching into these. Now, another thing to note is I'm not putting my hands like this. I got my hands spread out and I am grabbing onto the floor with the tips of my fingers to really use that as extra support when I'm doing these. When I'm doing this, it tends to rock a little bit more. With my hands out, it makes it a little more stable and easier, in my opinion. All right, hands out. Here we go, gripping under the ground. 10 more push-ups. See if I can get 5 real quick. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5. All right, going back into the stretch a little bit. I'm definitely feeling them. 5 more, we can do it. Here we go, let's see if we can do 2 more at least. 6. Make sure you're breathing. 7. All right, go back. Last 3. 8. All right, see, I collapsed on that one, but that's okay. Push yourself back. Stretch out a little bit. Try to do that 9 one again. 9, I didn't go down as far, but I did manage to come back up. And 10. All right. Definitely losing my strength on that one. So I might not be able to do the 4th set very easily. There are other things you can do, and I might alter it again just so I can get those reps in. And I'll show you what I'm going to do when we get there. All right. Now for a tricky one. Making it another 40 seconds in that plank. Last one of the planks. But I think we can do it. Half of it's in your head. Breathe through that last one. That was rough. Use a towel real quick and dry myself a bit. Making it hard to see. Okay, last plank. We got this. 40 seconds. I'm not looking at the clock. I'm just waiting for this thing to let me know 40 seconds is up. All right, get back down here. Get my watch ready. And get kind of down in position and start. 40 seconds, we got this. Remember to breathe. Lock those glutes. Unfortunately, I didn't make it all the way. I fell 4 seconds before the alarm. A little bit of a disappointment, but again, day 2. Can't be that hard on myself. And that was the last plank. I'll tell you what, having a job where you sit on your butt all day is no good. I am proud to say, though, I have gone the entire day without any soda. That was hard. But I did it. No soda. All right, last set, body weight squats. 15 reps. We got this. Do that. 2 more sets left after this one. 1 for the jumping squats and 1 for the push-ups. And we're done for the day. All right, shoulder width apart. Arms out. 15 of these suckers. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. All right. Jump squats. 12 more, and we're done with those for the day. Whew. We finished another round. 3rd round. Take a breather. We got this. A little positive reinforcement. This is tough, but get in the headspace. You can do this. Even if you fail, onesies, twosies, here and there, that's okay. This isn't a race. You're not competing against anybody. You're just competing against yourself and you from the day before. And you're showing your future self you care. Okay, 12 more jump squats. We're good on those. Here we go. Again, legs shoulder width apart. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Went a little fast on that, just see if I could really. Done with those. All right, now the tricky part. I'm kind of shot on the whole push-up thing. Yeah, bummer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna introduce a chair. What does that mean? I'm gonna do angled push-ups. It's kind of like, you know, when you see people doing push-ups against the wall, right? But I'm not gonna do it against the wall. Be a little lower than that. Be against this chair. So I'll do this sideways so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm in the frame. All right. Put my hands on the chair. After I dry my hands a little bit. Last thing you want to do is slip. And I'm going to go down on my knees. I'm just going to grab the chair and I'm going to do like a push-up thing. Pull my butt in. Here we go. 1, 2, can't quite get my hands in the right spot. 3, 4, just grab the bar down here. 4, 5, 6. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but I am. 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Next time I'll try to use a different chair, do a different tactic that felt a little weird, but definitely felt it, and that's what counts. All right, so that is the end of this workout.